My name's Hannah and I'm the team manager in the aquarium, and I've been here at Chester Zoo for almost 9 years. We work with over 160 species of fish, as well as invertebrates like corals, sea urchins, sea stars. The thing that appeals to me about looking after fish is that you're looking after their entire environment. You have to worry about how much oxygen is in the water or how much calcium there is, so that the things that make shells or skeletons from calcium can do that safely. So managing all of those parameters keeps your brain busy and is a real challenge for some of the species where not a lot is known about them. A lot of our tanks are set up to represent a snapshot of what's happening in the wild, and that means that lots of the animals in those tanks have roles. One of those is the brittle starfish, so their job is to root around the bottom and eat any food that's been left by the fish, and that keeps the water quality lovely and the displays looking lovely for guests. The team at Chester Zoo has a long history of breeding freshwater species, including breeding things like the Mortoro stingray for the first time. We've also worked with godeids in Mexico for several years and have contributed towards their reintroductions in the wild. As well as that, we've worked in Madagascar, and Joe Chattel, our assistant team manager, potentially discovered a species that was undescribed to science. And describing fish is really important so that all the scientists working on those species know that they're talking about the same fish, but also so that we can quantify how many fish of that species are in the wild. Another project that we've been involved in is the Scarce Yellow Stonefly project. This has been set up with Bug Life Wales and John David Boker, who's been working with the species for a long time. And our role was to try and close the life cycle in the zoo. So that means breeding the animal and making sure that we knew about its biological history. We managed to do that successfully and recorded things like its drumming behaviour, which is where it hits its abdomen against wood to attract females, and managed to breed several hundred stonefly. Working with the scarce yellow stonefly is crucial because the UK is really depleted in terms of its biodiversity and wildlife. It's a species that was thought to be extinct for several years and is now only found in the River Dee, which is very close to Chester, and that's its only population in the UK. The aquarium will be closing, but hopefully some of our work will continue. We might have off-show facilities to keep the most endangered species in, and some of the species from the aquarium will be moving into other aquariums around the zoo. Some of the staff who've worked at the aquarium over the years have gone on to work at different aquariums in London and as far as Australia, so we've had a real influence in training people and then them taking those skills elsewhere. The aquarium hasn't really changed much in appearance since it was opened in 1952, and some of the evidence of it being built by hand is still on show. The concrete pillars were all hand shimmied with towels to make them circular, and you can still see the patterns today. The aquarium is a snapshot for people of an environment that they don't necessarily get to see a lot, which I think appeals. It's proven to decrease blood pressure and to calm people down and relax them. And we have really diverse animals, so some like eels or lionfish look really different compared to a typical fish that you might expect.